Hello, and welcome to another Tonverk video. Today we are going to do some kind of generative sequencing on the Tonverk. I was recently experimenting with the arpeggiator and some probability, and I found out you can make some really nice sort of modular sounding sequences on it. And today I'm going to show you how to do this, and also how you can use one single arpeggiator, and by using copies of that sound with the ARP, you can make this wonderful sort of like related interlocking sequences, which I think is really nice. So yeah, let's go. For our sound source, we are keeping it simple today. We are using a Wavefinder. And we are using the basic all waves, which is provided by Electron. So you can all just follow along using this wavetable. I've set it to saw. Let's do a tiny bit of sound design first. Add a bit of drive. Bit of filter. And what I'm also going to do is go to the setup and set it to mono. And then also add a bit of portamento. And that's it for now, really. Now let's first set up our track scaling with per track. Actually, I just want to go back to 16. And we are going to go with an 8-step sequence. Keep it simple. And then we are going to our chord setup. Or actually not our chord setup, we're just going to do our scale setup. And we're going to set it to snap so we can actually see what our scale is. And then we're just going to pick a nice, I don't know, just going to go with F Phrygian. Might be all right. Maybe. I'm going with F sharp Phrygian for no particular reason. Now, what we are going to do is put down a trig and set a trig to be 8 steps long. Great. Now we are going to our step edit, and then there's already one note added, but we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes on our trig, but obviously you won't hear them because it's set to mono. And now if I turn on the ARP, beautiful. Let's also do something with our arpeggiator. I like to set it to sort of like a bit shorter than the actual sequence, so you get a bit of this irregularities in it. Maybe turn off a step. Amazing. And then also add a couple of octave jumps in there. right, now we have that set up. We're gonna lower our probability quite a bit to like, I don't know, 49 or whatever. Anyway, it sounds a bit random at the moment. But as you can hear, the beauty about the probability on the Tonverk is that it is per note. So on a single step, you have these 7 notes and they all have their own probability. So your ARP sounds different every time around because there's different notes playing all the time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set this a lot slower. Also lower our tempo quite a bit. Okay, now, next up, we are going to add some lock trigs. And on these lock trigs, we're gonna add some different arpeggiator speeds. Lower the speed even more. And because these lock trigs also have probability, they, won't trig all the time, which adds even more sort of like randomness to your sequence, while still retaining, so like, because the notes always are the same, it just picks different notes from these notes. So you'll have this sequence that's sort of being varied all the time, but it's still picking from the same group of notes that you entered. Maybe make the portamento time a bit shorter because those trills are a bit weird. Add a bit of reverb maybe. Maybe lower this one an octave. Now, the fun part with this, because we're using this wavetable, what we could potentially do is add a random modifier and then maybe set the position to minus with a very low speed. So now every note is like a different waveform. All right, so now we have this all set up. what we are going to do is copy our track copy, go to track 3, track paste. We have the same sound on our second track. Maybe put the octave up again for this one. Change the position a bit. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you could even use the three of the same sounds, but I'm just going to put them in different registers. So this one is a bit lower. This one is going to be a bit higher. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to copy the sequence. Track 3, yes, and then paste the sequence. But what I'm going to do here is just, I'm going to extend the sequence by 1 step maybe, or 2 steps, doesn't really matter. Let's go with 2 for this one. So this second track will be offset by 2 steps every time it goes around. Sounds interesting. Maybe, you know what? Let's go to our step edit and maybe remove some of the notes. Maybe we can make it sound a bit more coherent. Let's go to this track. And also on this one, remove these notes. Add a bit of delay. Maybe on this first track, I mean, this 64 might be a bit too much, right? All right, now what we are going to do, now we have this, we're going to copy our track again. Go to track 4. And this third track we're going to turn into some kind of bass line underneath the whole thing. But we're still going to use the same notes and the same sequence. We're just going to make it a lot slower. So let's copy the sequence again. Track 4, paste our sequence. Right. Let's transpose this one. Okay. sort of doing what we want. But what we are going to do here is get rid of our lock trigs. Turn off our transpose, please. Yes, thank you. Gonna get rid of our lock trigs, and then our trig needs to be 8. Yeah, that's 8 steps long. That's fine. Now our ARP also needs to be 8, a note length of 8, and then the speed, we're going to put it very low. And now we have a bass line that's related to the 2 other sequences. Now, I'm not saying this is like the best musical thing you ever heard, but it's a really nice way to come up with some semi-random sequences but they're all related because they're all pulling from the same note pool, as you could call it. And for instance, if I now go to step edit, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a completely different scale. Going for like, let's see, let's go E minor. Yes. Get rid of all my notes. Let's pick these. Yeah. Same here. Same here. See, now we have a completely, we're using the same sequence, but we've put different notes on the only step we have, and it sounds completely different. Also, I have now just set it to true. The arpeggiator set to true, but you could also just set it to random. And yeah, let's set them all to random, actually. So, this sounds a bit more pleasing already just because of the scale and the notes I picked. But because I'm now using random, now obviously every time the ARP pattern goes around, it's random. And also because of the probability, that adds an extra layer of unpredictability to it. So you can have these sort of like ever-changing sequences, but they are still related because they, as I said before, keep picking from the same pool of notes. And sometimes it will sound very nice. Sometimes it might sound a little bit but it's a very cool thing to experiment with. And after, you've set up these sequences, I've done it with 3 because I think that's a good sort of like balance of having like your lows, your mids, and your highs basically. But you can have more, or you can actually do it polyphonically if you're so inclined. If you're using 3 mono lines, they don't get in each other's way as much. You can have these sort of like nice trilly bits that are all tight and cut off and everything. And after this is all set up, you can go crazy with put things through different buses, or add more effects, or sequence some effects polymetrically or something to add even more complexity. So yeah, I mean, give it a go. It's a ton of fun, I think. It really opens up the Tonverk as some kind of almost generative modular sequencing machine, which I think is really cool. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.